Hello, Full Circle Chat listeners. Before we dive into today's conversation, we would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, the Full Circle Chat store. If you are looking to elevate your wardrobe or find the perfect gift, we offer a curated collection of premium items designed with you in mind. From cozy hoodies and stylish tote bags to sleek mugs and unique accessories, there is something for everyone. Explore our exclusive range of men's and women's apparel, all crafted for quality and comfort. Visit fullcirclechatshop.com today to shop. Support the podcast, of course, and discover your next favorite piece. Now let's get into the episode. Today, we have a pleasure of having a conversation with Dr. Veasy with someone
Yes.
that I'm telling you, because then I'll keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
My first time interacting with him
Mm-hmm.
was a week and a half ago, and we had like
wait. Now, the first time?
first time.
Okay, I'm remember
Ever.
that. Go ahead.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we sat in my car, and we had, from my perspective, one of the most intriguing conversations I've ever had.
What was y'all talking about?
Life.
Life.
So today we have a pleasure of having.
Young person had a life. What's going on?
35 years strong.
Oh, 30. Oh.
You see that? He surprises you.
Layered experiences that I'm able to.
Let's get ready. Let's come on. Let's come on.
You see what I'm saying?
Let's get this rolling because we got to hear this.
It gets interesting.
Yeah.
It can get real interesting.
Yeah. 13 years in tech. Like, kind of walk us through, like, your career,
Yeah.
what you do, because that stuff's like out of my like.
Okay, we'll talk about the career first. I went to Syracuse University undergrad. I started my career as a mechanical engineer. 2.5 years in mechanical engineering, failing forward, learning about myself along the way. Got dropped out of school, wrote a letter convincing them that, hey, I'm supposed to be here. I'm just not in the right major. They reinstated me, and I found my way back into tech from a different standpoint. Information management and technology with a project management focus. Now, you ask me, how and why project management? 2007, we'll probably say 2009, 2010. There's no formal project management education then, right? The most classes, there's 2 undergrad classes and then maybe 3 or 4 graduate classes because it was not built out, right? So you ask how project management, why project management? You could do networking, you can do coding, you can do a number of other things, and I was actually pretty good at networking. I chose project management because when I asked myself what my passion was, at that moment in time, take sports out of it because I was, training to be a collegiate athlete. Provisional walk-on football was my love. First passion, football.
Okay.
Much past that, I said I have a passion for people.
Oh, yes.
I have a passion for people, first and foremost. And I still believe, that there are way more similarities than differences among us. We just have to take the time to find those things.
Say it again, Max.
Right? I firmly believe, that there are way more similarities than differences. We just have to be patient and take the time to find those, right? And because it was people first, I said, where can I utilize this skill set that I feel like is internal to me and it is such a firm foundation of who I'm built on. Where can I utilize that in tech? And project management just was the perfect, medium for me to utilize it, right? In this space, you are building up teams, managing constraints, protecting teams, safeguarding emotional connections that push past okay, we need to get this done by this date, because at the end of the day, we're all working towards a common goal, and you're pushing that forward, right? You're protecting the teams to be able to make and exceed expectations in that regard. But all of it is people communication. How does a person want to be communicated with? Is it email? Is it text message? Is it informal? Is it formal? Or do I need to stop by your desk? It's taking all this information into account and making a decision on the fly about how we can best, right, facilitate communication and get to the end goal, right? And the people part was very much so a strong, right, pull for me there, right? I took that, ran with it, graduated. Oddly enough, tried to interview for a business analyst position, which turned into, hey, we don't have any room here, but you are technically strong and sound, and you are curious, right? The curiosity part, take that back to my childhood days. I like to break things to see how it works and then try to put it back together. Most of the time unsuccessfully as a kid. It's like, I got a bunch of screws and this screwdriver, and I know what the internal guts of my, you know, my Megazord look like on the inside, and I have this remote, but how does this, and then I have a bunch of things just spread out. I'm like, I don't know how to put this back together, but I satisfy the curiosity to know what it looks like inside. That curiosity, you know, was a intricate part of the, you know, the makeup of my testing career. They said, you're sound technically, you're curious, and you can communicate. Why not? You want to be a tester? Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, I wanted to get a job before I walked across the stage, and I fulfilled that portion, right? Get a job before you walk across the stage, sign across the dotted line, and say, I am employed before I have gotten my papers, my degree. I did that. And I started my career in testing from 2012 onward, right? Testing hardware, testing software, putting myself in different facets of technology under different roofs. So insurance, front-end web testing, telecommunications, cable, set-top boxes, you know, that was very much so UAT, front-end web testing as well too. Then you move over to healthcare, which I have the longest breadth of my career in the healthcare space. Both from a tech startup company, 2-3 years, that got acquired eventually in Chicago, to big box companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield and AIM Specialty Health and things of that nature. Did the testing for them, front end web testing, add in a little API testing. I mean, front end, back end, mobile, web. I've done, you know, different flavors of it all, and then moved over to retail, most recently in Foot Locker. So I've put myself in these different places to see how technology is referenced, influences the business act, you know, the business portion of these spaces, and it's basically to see how relationships are formed, broken, and continue to grow and push the business forward, because that's really what it comes down to, right? Relationships push the business forward, right? And so internally, it's like they meet deadlines because they have relationships that they garner, that they continue to influence and continue to push and to like fuel that fire within these relationships to like move things along. How does technology enter in this space? How does technology operate within the space? How is technology viewed in this space? Because technology is viewed differently in insurance parallel versus the retail parallel versus the healthcare parallel, because there are different risks involved, right? So I've taken the baseline of me being a people person, understanding project management, and then utilize that in the testing space, both as a manager, right? Having direct reports and being able to say, hey, this is my team, this is what we can get done, this is what we can't get done. Sometimes it's a pushback to a stakeholder that wants a little bit too much. And I'm like, hey, let me remind you, very politely that this is what my team can do. This is our priority. Let's review the priority list real quick, right? Everything is subtle.
Yeah.
Let's take the time. I think today's meeting we're going to review the priority list real quick.
Let me ask you this though.
Let's talk about this.
So in the healthcare space, so what's your favorite space, right? Retail, healthcare. Maybe favorite's not the word.
I would say healthcare space, and that's the reason why I stayed there the longest, because I felt there was a direct tie to what I was doing and how I was helping people.
You know, Dr. Veasy's
Right?
been in healthcare for
All my life.
All my life.
So since you were born?
Yeah, since I was born. I went right on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was crawling, women. I was crawling, then I was walking
grabbed the
on
doctor's
in.
stethoscope and I put it on
There
her
it
chest.
is. I put it there.
Use it live. No,
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, so she's in the healthcare space, and you know, so am I. But that's one of the things. So I told you, like, the conversation we had is just was
Wow.
intriguing. Yeah. So he made me think about things that, well, he didn't know he was making me think about these things until I brought it up to him.
He said, I learned so much. I said, did you? I just thought I was asking questions that seemed very normal and seemed to make sense. And I didn't let a moment to ask a question go, right? Let's go back and, let's dive deeper into what you just said. Like, let me challenge what you just said. Can you add nuance to it?
Yeah.
That's the patience that you have to take in relationships to be able to understand a person fully. And he was giving me a download of who he was as a person, even from the first text that was sent.
Okay.
Because we had a text introduction up front, and
what
they were like, "I'm excited for you guys to know each other," and I'm like, "I wonder why he's so excited. I wonder if that's just, I'm connecting two good dudes, or there's really something here, and I hope that they find it. Like I'm wondering if that was just, this pleasantry conversation,
Yeah.
in passing, right? How are you doing? How was your weekend? I don't really want to know about your weekend. I just want to,
talk,
let's
surface
just
level.
talk, right? Let's just talk, and then let's go about our business. Don't go too in depth, but no. I when I ask you a question, I want you to go in depth. That's the patience that you have to take, in relationships, and then time to understand somebody, and even more so when you're meeting somebody for the first time.
You see how different? So the thing is, go ahead, Doc.
I don't even know.
Look, a lot of people are not going to have, so it's the way he communicates is I like that level of communication, right? The detail and just giving the information. A lot of people don't have the patience
Sure don't.
for it,
Sure don't.
right? But the thing I like about Max is like he doesn't think about changing who he is.
He's gonna tell it anyway.
He's going to be himself. No,
Yeah,
they're not telling you. He's going to be
Oh, but he's
himself
gonna- yes.
across the board.
Right.
You see, and that's one of the things I admire about you from the very beginning is we talked about it earlier about the way you treat every patient.
Everybody.
Strangers. I had a PA, like someone coming for, testing earlier today. You were talking to them like you knew them.
How you doing?
You see what I'm saying? Like that level of consistency, from my perspective, comes from within. It's not externally driven.
No, it's me. It's who. I don't know how much my parents and things had into it, because I think there was a different communication over there. And maybe I saw that and didn't like that kind and said, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that."
Yeah.
And I think that some of that is in there. So I am who I am. And I will always be that
Yeah.
person that will always communicate. Now, I'm not, my husband will probably tell me I don't communicate as well as I should. You know how that goes.
Come on.
Okay, bring it on. You can tell it. You can bring it to
Okay.
me. Bring it to me.
So what you just touched on, just some things flared.
Bring
some
it out.
Things just
Oh, I'm
Let's go, Max.
just pumped up real quick. So they're bubbling to the surface, and I don't want to ignore them. We can make it put a pin in it,
Put
and
a
go
pin.
move on to something else. But I do want to say this: it's funny how in different modes and different mediums, the that this is just how I am, right? This is just naturally me, just naturally comes out to the forefront, and there's nothing that you can do to like bridle that. There's nothing you can do to hinder that. There's nothing you can do to try to hide that. It just comes, and it's like, this is just me, right? Versus in other situations, more interpersonal, relationships, like your husband, what you said, like your marriage, a different form of communication, different side of you comes
Oh,
out. That
yeah.
same unbridled, this is just me,
I didn't even catch that.
isn't as forward.
Yeah, you got it.
And it's like,
You hit it.
what other layers
Uh-oh.
have been placed on top of you, on top of that, that like
Who you
push
talking
that
to?
natural,
Wait a
like
minute now. Who
push
you
that
talking
natural.
to?
This is just me to the
you
back, to the
talking to?
to the background.
Yeah.
Who he think
What other
Asking you a question.
pressures? And so when I say pressures, I start to think of this dude, because what I believe in my knowing him, what I believe he respects and responds the most to, and he's even mentioned it briefly in this conversation, are people that operate without the layers of structures on top of them, the pressure, right, coming from external pressure, people that operate from an internal engine that will not be bridled by external pressure.
Yeah.
He responds so, how do I say this?
Say it.
It's a straightforward form of communication that he absolutely respects and honors
He
more
does.
than anything.
Mhm.
And whenever he feels any type of tension that, okay, this is not coming from that internal engine, he's curious enough to ask, where is this coming from? Let me help you recognize what you are allowing to define how you're acting in this moment that's not from that internal engine.
Wow.
He will uncover that. He
Wow.
will, let's put a magnifying glass to that. Let me tell you about this. He does that very, very well, very, very efficiently. And I can tell that that's from a place of, I just want everybody to be able to operate with this level of freedom. He does that.
Wow.
He honors that. He respects that. He acknowledges that.
Uh-huh.
That's him. That's Christian.
Okay.
And I recognized that early on. And that's what I think I'm naturally drawn to, because the way he describes me, I don't always see that. I don't always experience that in myself. That he's like, oh, that's a gift. Do you recognize that that's a gift? You know, do you have people in your life that say, I hope you know that this is special about you, that remind you that this is special about you? Do you have people in your life that, like, they just do a very good job of reminding you why you're special or what that thing is about you? Now, how many of us keep those people around often enough? How many of us pour into those relationships consistently enough to always have that reminder around them?
I don't think, yeah.
No, people shy away from
They
it.
do. They don't.
Yeah, it's a fear
Why
because
are they shying away? Why?
because people don't want. So people like to be in their comfort. So anything that threatens the comfort is not no, because this is what I'm used to. This is what I'm accustomed to. You're showing me parts of myself that I don't want to reflect on right now. So it's difficult. It happens even within your own family.
That's true.
And I'm speaking from my own family.
That's true.
And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But it took me a while to get to a place of like real authentic recognition of that, the awareness around it. We talked about awareness earlier. And it's huge. Like everything he just said was brand new information to me. And it just, I really just was present. And I took it in because he's never said those words to me. You see what I'm saying?
see.
And that comes from a place of observation from his perspective, his lens, his experiences. And I'm operating how I operate, period. And I have people that look at me and say, there's no way this person is this way. There's no way they're this honest all the time. There's something wrong, which I've never sit here and said that I was perfect. Like, I know I have flaws. My wife can tell you.
Yeah, she'll tell you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about perfection, but it's about the pursuit of truth. And the thing is, if it's coming from inside of me, there's nothing anyone outside of me can convince me that it's not true. Because you're trying to convince, it's my truth.
That's your truth.
So I'm okay with whatever the outcome is. Whatever happens from that, I'm okay with it. Guess why? Because it's coming from me. But it's not, you can't teach it. Because I had to, it's like, I got here based on just awareness and like being okay with parts of me that I used to deny, ashamed of.
Why were you ashamed?
I don't know, because I believed in constructs of shame
So you
and
probably
embarrassment.
are you ashamed because of what other people might think at that time? At that time,
That's exactly
you
right.
didn't want you're like, oh, I don't want to say this or I don't want to do that. People will be, but see, so now there's a new Christian that says, I don't
Well,
care.
I wouldn't say new because I've
it's
been
not
like this
new.
for a minute.
Well, but
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Fully integrated form of self.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It's a fully integrated form of self.
It ain't new.
Yes.
New is not the word.
I've taken,
That's the word.
I've taken the parts of me that I used to deny because this is looked at poorly by external forces that I put a lot of stock in. Right? Maybe it's mom, maybe it's dad, maybe it's family, maybe it's close friends, maybe it's professional figures, maybe my mentor, whatever. They look at this part of me, and they say, "Oh, that's a weakness. That's a liability." And so I push those away from me to hold on to the strengths, the things that people honestly say they uplift them. They put them on pedestals and say, "Yeah, that's the successful Christian. That's the blank. That's the, and they're like, okay, I'm going to build myself up on these things and keep on pushing these other blocks away from me that are a part of me that I don't want to acknowledge or keep or allow them to be shown or seen." And the reality is you're building yourself up on a facade that if someone pulls the wrong Jenga piece, it'll all come down.
Exactly.
Say that. Oh my.
If you
What did you say?
grab those other pieces that you said, hey, I don't like the this part of me that I shamed and pushed away. I don't like this part of me that I thought was weak and pushed away. But in fact, I acknowledge the fact that I don't like this part of me, but this is very much so part of me. Let me put that piece back in. Now I have a sturdier base, a sturdier foundation that I continue to build.
Because you got it.
Like this
That's
is
you.
spiritual interaction, bro. It's crazy.
That is a fully integrated person. It's like, hey, I used to push this part away of this part of me away for so long, and the fact is, this did happen. I did feel this way. I do acknowledge that.
You can't
I
shame
live
me.
this way. I do acknowledge that. Hey, this is the
You
part
can't
that.
embarrass
Hey,
me.
I'm not.
You can't say like, oh yeah, okay, yes, I did it, and
But that's you.
why?
Not everybody is there.
Well, yeah,
They're not there.
Well, that's Veasy. The people. Let me tell you from my personal experience. People are not willing to be able to face those shadows. The work that I did to get here was not easy.
Mm-hmm.
There was parts of myself that I denied for years.
Of course.
Give you some
Everybody has
context.
done that.
I'm 39 years old today. And most of my life was focused on making sure everyone inside of me was happy, right? Because I believed wholeheartedly, nobody tricked me into this, that if everyone else was happy, I would be happy. With all parts of me. Wow. So think about going from that state to now being, now I don't, excuse my French. I'm not really focused on like what anyone else is gonna tell me to make me feel like I'm happy, because it's an internal thing.
Yeah.
It's not externally driven.
It's what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah.
It's the internal that drives you.
Now.
It's now.
It took me a long time to get here. It wasn't an easy journey. And people don't want to go on that journey based on the people that I interact with, not the world. I'm not speaking on the world, the people that I actually interact with, because everything I speak to, I speak from experience. I'm very cognizant of not saying something because it sounds good or it's, oh, this might make him
what I
change.
think they want to hear. Like,
yeah, that's nonsense. So if I'm saying something to someone, I've experienced it at some level. And that's why I'm telling you, you thought I was playing. I talked to him a week ago. He had me in my car sitting there. But the thing is, I'm very strategic in how I operate, right? So sometimes to make people feel okay, you have to almost be distracted for them to be comfort. But he doesn't know that. So I'll act like I'm on my phone.
But you're
my
listening.
You're
listening.
Listen,
He's
you
on
know
his
me.
phone. He's on the phone. Yeah, I know what to do.
You know me.
I know what to do. He listens to every word you're saying.
Yeah, everything.
Can repeat it right back.
And then I kept, I'm like, dog, he's telling me something that I think I'm still denying.
Ooh. And did you feel it? I mean, did you feel?
Well, I told him.
I would
In a way, not like the direct words.
I would say that the experience was, there were different points in the conversation where it's like, oh, I feel goosebumps from that. Like there's something there, right?
Yeah.
Whether it was commonality and it's like, hey, he touched on something. I don't think that, because there's parts of us that we may have, you could think of our true selves as you open up this closet and you're looking at all the things in this closet, the things that we've collected, the things that we've just loved, and it's like, hey, you've aged out of that for so long, but you still have that. Or the things that, the new things that we get that we're just like, ooh, I can't wait to wear that. Wait, it's wintertime. You already bought summertime clothes that you can't wait to wear. Will you fit those?
No.
You know what I mean? Are you buying clothes that you're like, this
Yeah.
is my goal. Like, this is where I want to get.
Yeah,
And
come
it's
on,
like,
Doc, come on.
I'm like, I'm trying to motivate myself to get to this size
What you
by
talking to my
summertime.
husband? You been talking to my husband about a few months?
No, Dr. Veasy's
So I'm
brain is
purchasing it, and I'm going to look at it in the closet. And I'm going to look at it, and it's going to get me like, okay, I got to get to the gym today because I got to fit that by summertime. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months from now.
deceiving like for like years.
And it's like, these are identities that we've collected. We're like, oh, that might be nice. You know, not in this season, but maybe in the next season.
What advice would you say or give people to be able to like navigate what you just explained?
So, okay. I want to start before giving the answer to that one.
Okay.
I want to
Go
start
ahead.
by saying this is a very human response.
Yes.
I'm speaking from this place because it's enlightenment just unfurling itself in the moment in the midst of this conversation. The reality is that I'm struggling from all the same things that I'm talking about. I might speak from an enlightened place and say that, hey,
Okay.
you know, this is what you got to do. This is what I see some people do. This is what we all do. The reality is I struggle just like everybody else, right? And even some of the things that I speak so fluidly so fluidly on in this moment, they're actually internal struggles that I'm having about this. And I'm speaking from a place of this is struggling.
Help me
I'm done.
Help me
Like,
now.
So I don't like to deny the human aspect.
What's up, Doc?
Give him
Walk us
responses.
through it.
So you're struggling. Okay, you're talking about him, but you're struggling with him yourself.
Yes, it's an oxymoron. Both things can be true at the same
Whoa.
time.
Can.
And
Where am I?
I agree with that statement.
I don't know where I'm at. I don't know
1,000%.
where I'm at. Okay.
so the reality is that first and foremost, we have to be honest with ourselves about the things that we are struggling with.
Okay. Be honest with yourself about the things that you're struggling with.
Yes.
How does one do that?
It's hard to do, Doc.
That's what I want to know.
It is hard to
How
do.
does one do that?
So
don't wanna do
we
it.
have every day we have a flurry of information that tells us these things. Now, singularly, as myself going through life, I'm not going to be able to spot my blind spots.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be able to see them. I'm not going to be able to recognize them. Now, we have the form of our partners. Now, we're all married here, right? And our partners should be an extension of ourselves. So
they
think
tell
of
you.
yourself holding a mirror to yourself and saying, hey, why do you do that? And this is not something that you would say to yourself when you were operating from a single standpoint.
No.
You're like, I'm moving, I'm shaking, I'm getting things done. Your focus is on different areas. And
talked
you've
about
built up this way of acting to move through life. Now, when you gain a partner, a true partner, that'll say, hey, I am sitting on the sidelines. I'm sitting next to you, experiencing life with you, and I'm recognizing that you got this hitch. You do this thing. You know you do this thing, right? They are holding a mirror up to you, and they're saying, this is the you that I see.
The mirror's up.
Now,
First
first line of defense is, what you talking about?
What you talking
Defensive
about, Willie?
reactions will tell you that this is actually a thing.
Yes.
Defensive, the knee-jerk reactions that push away what somebody said to you will tell you that that's a thing.
I'm glad you said
That's the
that.
honesty that we have to recognize, and we don't always recognize it.
You don't.
We don't.
We don't.
That's like, oh, this is a blind spot. When someone has told you that thing that you do enough times, and they're being honest and coming from a place of love, believe them. Get curious about them.
So, okay, believe them. Okay,
What
I'm
if you
trying
don't
to
trust
believe.
them?
Yeah. How do you do it?
So trust is a big factor.
Okay.
Well, it's not that I don't. I mean, it's not. Sometimes it's not that you don't trust, but it's just I don't want to hear that. Okay.
So that's also a thing.
Okay.
There's a time and a place, and I think that folks that are really good at just, hey, I'm gonna write this down. I may not be able to process this right now, but I'm gonna write this down so that I can come back to it. Folks that are really good scribers or note takers and that pride themselves on putting pen to paper will have this recollection of that and say that, hey, I'm going to go back and look at this, because the reality is we're not always ready to hear what is said about us in real time.
True.
And so sometimes the defensive reaction is, hey, that may be true, but I don't have the time, the energy, the space to focus on that right now. So I'm going to just speed bump over that because these other things are more important right now. And the reality is so many things are lost in translation because mentally This is not the time and the place. The reality is, do we all take our time to do those personal retros and say, hey, I took
No.
notes about this maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Let me read that. Let me look at that. And come back and say, you know what, that was true, right? Because in the moment, the defensive reactions are there and they're ready to pick up on any homing beacons. They're waiting. You got something to say? You automatically think this of me? Like, we go there. But in our quiet time when it's just us and our thoughts, do we, let me reflect on that. And that reflection moment, a lot of people don't take the time to do.
What's going on, Doc?
And it's important.
Yeah.
I recognize the importance of it here and now in this moment, and even coming into this, because before I'd be like, oh, that was good. I would take notes on it, and I would never review the notes. I'd feel good about myself because I wrote it down and said, I didn't ignore what you said.
Deception. Go ahead, Doc.
But I would never go back and be like, in my quiet time, hey.
That was my entire 20s.
Yeah.
Act like you're taking notes because people are watching you, so they think you're doing something important. So you're somehow
like
more valuable than they are. I was
But you-
deceiving myself the entire
Exactly.
time.
You're not taking no notes.
No.
This guy's
If you ever see me,
conscientious.
if you see me putting pen on paper, you better know that's going to the vault today.
I know.
Yeah.
But before, no.
No, because it's like
Exactly.
being pretentious, like looking smart. That was Christian at some point.
But I think everybody has had that.
Well, I wouldn't know. I can only speak for me. I can't. I'm not. I can't say.
I'm going to say this for me too. I've had that as well. There
Absolutely.
would be times that I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but I sit there and go, and then I go back looking up what were they talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm
past those
serious.
stages.
I'm serious, but now it's like, hey, I didn't get that. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Yeah.
Do you know?
And I'm not
you just-
ashamed
yeah,
of that because
No.
I don't know it.
Full circle moment.
Oh.
Full circle moment.
What you talk? Hey,
The reality
Papa.
that we started off by talking about the profession, my profession as a software test engineer, right? As a testing professional. The reality is that we get brought in to figure out if this application, this bundle of application, or this software, this hardware works as expected. And we are supposed to take on the mentality of the user. What are they going to do? How are they going to do it? How are they going to break it? And the reality is we get brought in and they throw us a stack of, this is the flow diagram for the application. These are all the checkpoints that I can go through, but how the information flows. This is the, user cases for this. They give us a bunch of details about it and they say, go and test it. Our job is to come back and say, wait, hold on a minute. What does that mean? Hold on. Like, I'm going to ask the quote unquote stupid question in the room and I'm going to stop everybody and say, can you repeat that again? Can we go over that again? And it's having the courage to step up in that moment and say, this may be a silly question, but I need to ask it. I'm not going to act like I just know what you're talking
Why is
about.
it a silly question? What if at least 80%
There's
of
other
people in that
people.
room didn't have the guts?
Exactly.
That's a
And
question.
believe
I
me,
feel like I should know this. Let me just write this down, and I'm gonna go do a quick Google search and figure this out
Yeah.
because I don't want to be the one that didn't look like they did their
I'm
homework.
embarrassed.
Exactly.
I want to look bad.
but it is the
Nonsense.
truth.
It is.
They don't know it.
They don't.
And they don't want to ask it because they'll be labeled or so. Oh, they didn't even know that? Well, you didn't even know it either.
That's Veasy. Listen, I figured out human beings a long time ago. Long time ago, bro. And what I did is, it freed me. That's why I have the human experience I'm having now.
I tell you.
I'm liberated at a level that a lot of people go through their entire existence and never experience.
I believe that. I know that's true. That is true. Because people want to be seen as whatever that figure is or whatever you want to call it. And they can sit there and be just as dumb as a bunk of rocks. And
But listen, the world we live in, they buy into perception over truth.
wow. Well, that's, yeah.
I mean, isn't
You know
that
that.
isn't it IG? Isn't that TikTok? Isn't that?
Hey.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I believe people view me like this, so I will put this out. Or I believe that this will have me looking the most favorable, gain
So I'm
more
gonna do this.
influence, gain more followers, so I'm going to put this out. And it's either I'm putting something out that I believe that people will honor, respect, talk about, will whatever, generate traffic from, whatever price or value that you place on the thing that you're putting out there, you're putting out there for a reason. So you're either like, this is a part of me, and this is why I want people to like recognize as a part of me, or this is what I feel like is going to garner attention, is going to gain traffic, it's going to gain more followers, and it's, you know, honoring more of what my environment prize is than what my internal prize is.
Let me tell you about this moment. Let me tell you right now. This lady right here in front of you, this podcast, thousands of dollars invested, never looking for a return from the beginning. Right? And the thing is, and it's, I have to say that, I'm sorry. That's a little bit, like, because I know you don't like talking, but like, I have to say that.
I don't.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
It
doing
wasn't
this.
about that.
What was it about for you?
It was about giving. Because what I've seen, people need to hear things to help them. Because some of them are too scared to talk about it. And it's in their own home, surroundings. It's happened to them in their life, but they don't want to talk about them. So that's why it's like, when we came with this, it's like, what are we going to call ourselves? What are we going to call ourselves? And I'm like, well, we're going to talk about everything.
Now, the name is, listen, Dr. Veasy, the name is so beautiful. The thing is, so give you some context. She's a director of nursing for nursing school, so she deals with students a lot. So people that want to quit, like that's her main, like, you know what I mean? So she's like the boss lady, you know, in that arena. So she's like helping, like when she doesn't need to help, she helps. And it kills me because I don't get to experience that nowhere else.
Yeah.
Except when I see it in
person through her, through how you experience her living her life.
Yeah. He said
crazy.
that before so many times. I'm like, what is he talking about?
It's because the thing is,
When
remember
it's
he
so
said it. Remember, that's the reason he
natural
said it
to who
earlier.
you are and intrinsic to who you are.
Nobody, you can't see yourself outside of yourself.
I can't see it because I will, whatever. My husband going to probably beat me up, but
No, just say it. Yeah.
but I do. Like he's very conscientious about. Whoa, what are you doing? Hey. He
She's
probably
paying
listened.
tuitions for people.
She's going the extra
Start covering
mile.
the
and
mic.
it's like,
I'm over here trying to cover the, like, you know, like she's doing it for people that they're gonna drop out of nursing school.
without an expectation,
Right?
Without an
I paid
expectation.
They're gonna drop out of nursing school. They somehow she gets a wind of it,
Saint.
and she goes and pays it. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows it either. I won't tell it either. Woo! I guess I told it.
No, I did because I saw. I'm like
But you know what? That
he's
you know
not.
what? That
I'm like,
to
he
me,
failed 5 times. Like I'm trying to talk her out of it.
He's looking at the data like,
Like what?
But there's something else that's struggling. There's something else
That's
causing.
your intuition. It's internal.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. What's happening? So maybe if they had that freedom, if they had that one less thing off of the plate, maybe they could do better. So let's not worry about that. That's why student. I got that. Now you go on in there and get it.
Like you see that? Max, walk. Because I know you're hearing something different than I'm hearing.
What are you hearing? What did I say? I'm listening.
He's processing it.
Okay.
But
What are you hearing?
silence. I love this. Because what you just said is beyond powerful.
I don't know what it is, but that's what
You're not looking for someone outside of you
I don't need it.
to be able to validate the feelings and authentic emotions that you're having in those times with those kids.
Because you know what I see, and I don't know if it's anything hidden back up in my head or anything. I don't know that answer. Maybe something in my childhood that I didn't get to do. My parents were very strict. My dad was very strict. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I'm the only girl that didn't go to their prom.
No, I didn't go to my prom.
Only girl.
it's a girl.
Girl. I said girl.
Berkner High School 2022.
Girl, I said.
I didn't go to my prom.
See how that's like a facet?
That's what I'm saying.
See how easy it was to recall that information? That's just like a
See?
fixture in the storyline.
First and foremost, I'll tell you this. I moved to the States in 1997, 11 years old. And I wasn't like I played football, all of that, but like
Not American football.
American football, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, American football.
So
But I
you
wasn't
moved
like the
here at
cool guy.
11 playing American football.
No, like I did it in high school. American
Okay,
football.
once you got okay, I got you.
See?
We're talking the transition. Okay.
Yeah, transition. But the thing is, like, so this girl, I remember this girl. Her name was Taisha. She's like, oh, "You want to go to prom?" And I'm like, I was so insecure. Like, no, because I didn't believe that she wanted. I thought she was trying to like play a joke on me. I'm being honest and transparent in this moment.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I don't think he's, but she was. And she was good looking. Because, I've always had like this, I've always been like don't but like sometimes you don't
Even
really
before
know.
the beard?
You're an idiot. Before the beard facts. But, I never really like, I guess embraced it, right? Because, I don't know. I don't think everyone, like, even if you,
We're all awkward.
because
Yes.
Max is
Figuring
handsome,
things
you're
out.
beautiful. The thing is, it's weird. It's like we're looking for someone to,
Acknowledge the things that we see in ourselves before we actually believe it.
why? Why is
And
that?
it
Why
takes
is it?
more because I mean you grow up and your parents. I mean, depending on the type of parents that you grew up with, they're like, oh, you're.
What do you mean? What do you mean the type of parents?
I'm just saying. So I'm thinking of it from a standpoint. The folks that are closest to us
Yeah.
are going to tell us the things and try to build us up, whether they are truly true or not, right? And I'm thinking of like the parents that are like, you're gonna be this awesome person when you grow up. Of course, you want to allow all possibilities of my greatness to flourish in whatever way possible. So you're going to feed me the things that allow me to believe that all things are possible, right? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna, oh my son is the most handsome. Is he really?
Well, you are handsome. You're a handsome dude.
Well,
So
I'm not talking about
Mom and
myself.
Dad wasn't lying. Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying, like,
In general?
my son is, they're going to give you the compliments and give you the praise and give you those things, not necessarily taking into account whether they are truly true or not, but they
give it
want
to
you to believe
So what about
the best
someone
and the
like
most
me?
of yourself,
Okay.
All
right?
my kids are good looking. So what do I do? Do I lie to them?
No, I mean, so
Like, no, like
it's
if I show you my kids, you would have the exact same
they are
reaction.
beautiful children.
Thank you.
I've seen pictures.
You know what I mean?
They're
But it's-
beautiful
it's-
children.
it's
It's a
God's
beautiful
plan.
family. I mean, you have no choice but to say the things that are true. I think your
Yeah.
personality and your ethos is going to be like, I'm going to tell you the real, and I'm going to tell you the real that you don't want to hear too.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be able to take in the medicine that you don't like and get comfortable with it. Because when you get out there in the world, people are going to tell you the things that you don't like, and I don't want you to be like, oh, and have some adverse reaction where you do something completely left because you are not conditioned to taking in truth. That is the type of parent that I view him to be.
Good.
Because
that's
of the
one
person
week
I
of
view him to be.
conversation.
Yeah.
1 week of conversation.
Wow.
Oh man, let's continue. But so Max, I told him, I said, you're a brilliant guy. Because I don't pay attention to first time, age is irrelevant to me. Because I'm 39 and he's 35, right? And I sat with him for an hour and a half, and he gave me so much insight about me. But he didn't know he was giving me insights about me.
And what he doesn't know
No, listen.
is that
No,
I'm auditioning
Max, hold
to
on.
take his spot on this podcast. No, just
Oh, full circle chat. That's the Veasy next.
the Full Circle pod comes full circle, and now
Wow.
No, listen, Max is gonna be a returning guest,
Oh yes.
right?
Oh yes, because
in 45
Talk
minutes
about
wasn't
these
enough
things.
to really.
Talk to
but
us,
we
though.
don't hear these things. We don't. People don't speak these things. They just don't speak them because I don't know if it's a comfort thing or scared.
It's multifaceted. It's layered, like most things are. Life is messy, right? And it kind of goes back to what I said to you before, like when you said in our interpersonal relationships in our marriage, our partners experience a different side of us that externally, they might not naturally experience the part of us that just flows effortlessly and comes from an internal place because we are tied down by the pressures of this is what I'm supposed to do as a husband, this is what I'm supposed to do as a wife, this is X, Y, and Z. The reality is that we always want to find a way to operate from that internal core, and it doesn't always operate. We don't always operate from that internal core, right? And in this moment, and in moments like these, where I'm talking to somebody for the first time or relatively new people for the first time, I care more about the ideologies being exchanged and the information being exchanged, and I don't really try to hinder or filter myself. And I usually say things that like are a lot harder for me to say in the context of relationships that we are well in the tooth, right? You know, and so that is the gift. That level of transparency is a gift in this moment, and I truly honor it and try to embody it by being fluid and, you know, talking like this and talking about these different things, while also saying, hey, I'm human, and, you know, I may come off as sounding like I kind of know a lot of different things. The reality is that I'm speaking from a place that I don't always recognize the gifts that I'm speaking from, but I do recognize there are truths that people need to hear. Exactly. And that they unlock certain things within other people, right? I'm a decipherer.
I believe that.
People tell me things, and I spit things back to them from my standpoint of understanding, and I give them a gift of new knowledge that they take in, and that's what he was kind of talking about.
Well,
like, I'm learning so much.
Break it down
like,
to you. Masks can sniff out bullshit.
I know that. I already know that.
Too much praise.
I can feel that.
That's too much
She's
praise.
my French.
That's too much.
So
Yeah,
continue.
I got that. I got that. I'm good.
That's
I'm
too
good.
much praise.
But that's the truth. And a lot of people don't want to embrace the truth. So, like when you go, you know, when somebody talking to you and you're listening to, you're looking at them like you are so full of good. I don't know what you're talking about. I know that's what you be thinking.
You know.
I know what you're saying. That's
When
okay.
I-
You
when I-
tell me too.
But I can
No,
tell.
when I get in my moments like being full of shit, she'd be like, Christian, get away from me. Like
Get on.
No,
Get
she's.
back.
You know,
Back it
we're
up.
very like
Back it
not.
up.
We don't filter with each other.
No, I just tell it like it is.
Yeah, but you have to cultivate that type of relationship.
Yes. You can't. You just can't meet somebody and start talking.
No, that throws
you don't do
people off
that.
because our norm is experiencing people that are so filtered, so guarded, and that are so safe.
Listen, the word is fake. People are like robots of who they really want to be. Listen, I'm talking about my own family. Like, just say what you're thinking. Like, I
They
can't.
won't.
Like,
They're
the thing
not
is,
used to that.
I don't know how to filter my thoughts about saying saying exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know how to do it anymore.
Anymore, you don't. But before you did it.
Everybody else around me makes me feel uncomfortable because I speak truth. So they'll say, "Oh, he's crazy," or whatever. Which now it's like, because I know it's all constructs, it's all illusions. I laugh and smile,
And keep going.
keep pushing. It's easy. Because the thing, you're gonna be
Does
categorized.
it ever bother you? Does it ever? I know you just said you just speak
It
the
does.
truth.
It does.
Move on. But,
It does.
But doesn't it do something inside?
It does, because you have to remember is the old Christian in his 20s is still me. So I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
So
still there.
I have to still navigate everything. So there's gonna be
You gotta
emotions
control
that
that
flare up.
20-year-old
It
when
flares
that
up.
other one coming out.
I have new information. That's what I tell it.
Yes.
I have brand new information.
Wow.
So you've been overrided.
Wow. Okay.
That's it. Simple.
Ooh.
But the thing is, it's not that easy to do.
It's
No.
not.
So what I respect, and I think that my eyes are opening more to the people around me in my life that have been there for a while, and the new folks like Christian that have done the work. Because I'm in all my humanness, I'm trying to figure out how to do the work and how to honor all facets of myself in every situation. Not putting other stuff down and bringing other stuff to the forefront because, you know, this whatever pressure is being applied to me right now, but being able to honor all facets of myself and being a fully integrated person, right? I'm just trying to mature. And so I take the time to say that I recognize and I honor folks that have done the work, and I'm also curious and asking the questions to figure out what level of fed upness did you have with yourself to say, I need to figure this out? Because, you know what I mean, people placate themselves and they're just like, oh, I'm okay with this. And the reality is that they're not. But they get to a point where they're like, all right,
it's
this is a
internal.
tipping point.
So how much do you? So the thing is, I cannot put a value on your life or their life. You have to do that. And don't let the world, and don't use money. That's the mistake a lot of people make. They use money to categorize the value of themselves. And I made that mistakes. That's why I can speak to it. No.
But money here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, come
Well,
on.
listen. So you're a divine being. She's a divine being. So everything you ever need inside of you, inside of you, you have to express it. Nobody can pull it out of you. You have to figure it out. I had to figure it out, and that's it. It's
Why did
simple.
you have to
Was
figure
that,
it out?
was that, I mean, that kind of speaks to the question. I said, hey, was there a straw? What was the
Yeah,
straw
that's
that was
what I
just
wanna know.
like,
What made you have
okay,
to
no,
figure
no,
it out?
no. Right? Did you just keep coming across the same decision and just was just like, why do I keep? No, I can't do this anymore. And you said, let's take the time.
The people that were closest to me kept betraying me. So the people that I give the most love to hurt me
Aha.
over
And
and
you
over
Said, you said enough.
and over and over. And on top of that, they made my words feel like, oh, he's just crazy. He's just talking nonsense. So the thing is, they didn't want to like visit that side of themselves, right? So the easiest way is to like gather the mass and make Christian feel like the one that's doing something that's abnormal. And it's very easy to do that because, listen, this word is for like mediocrity. Like there's not people operating at the level that I am operating at, you're operating at, you're operating at.
Consistently operating from that level.
They're not.
I know that.
They'll do it for a day or two, take a day off. It's not the
They
gym.
They can't do nothing.
Yeah, it's an everyday thing.
I see what you're saying.
And for me to be able to have the level of trust I have in her, I had to see it over what, 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah,
The same person every day.
that's who I am. Sorry, whether you like it or not.
No, there's days I don't like it.
I wish
Guess
that
what? Too bad.
my earnest hope, my earnest wish is that we could all operate from a place that whether you like it or
But
not.
I was never. This.
We all.
Yeah.
What order you living in?
Yeah.
You must have elevated to like frequency 7.
Exactly.
Because if you're here on Earth, that's never going to happen.
That's why I say it's my earnest wish, my earnest hope. Right? I know
Yeah.
the reality of it is not going to be the case because it's just not going to be the
It's
case.
never gonna happen, bro. Like, so the constructs are so deep. From like you can call it from race, whatever you want to call it, all of it. It's so deep embedded that people are teaching it without knowing that they're teaching it. Your behavior.
Oh, exactly.
You tell your kid don't go listen to them because they steal. You don't even know them.
Exactly.
Like you're a multimillionaire.
They're telling you
they don't
that.
know that, and then they'll tell their kids not to come close to you because of your skin color.
I know.
Think about the nonsense.
Well, there's lots of nonsense in all aspects of everything.
Or they'll make a comment to see how you react to it.
Exactly. But you know what? When you know that, when you have that feeling and you know that, it's like, oh.
So one of the biggest things that came across my mind when me and Christian spoke was the reminder that we are all making decisions daily, right?
I call them choices, but
choices, decisions, and we make them from all the information that we gather,
Yes.
how we prioritize and honor, right? The weight that we put on certain information that we gather, because sometimes we can add weight to a piece of information that really shouldn't have that much weight
Exactly.
on it in the first place, and we discard the things that should actually have more weight, and so then we're making uninformed or we're not making decisions that align with our true selves because of how we categorize it, right? There's a filter that we apply that we allow everything to pass through and give certain grades for, and sometimes we need to change the way we prioritize information, and that comes from a mindset change. And sometimes we need to, well, I would say simply we need to change the way that we grade certain information so we can make proper decisions. I think the reality is that we don't always want to, and I do this fairly enough, where I don't want to acknowledge that I actually made this decision because I rather
You're digging into the
I rather do this and say,
Point
well,
it over
well,
there.
this external thing happened, and so
that's
that's the
why.
reason why.
That's it. That's why.
And
that
it's
happened.
like,
Whoa, this
you know how much power you were giving away to a thing versus own. Like, even if I own it and say, I did this because I wanted to. Now we can have a real conversation about why you wanted to.
Yeah.
You can never get to the truth if you don't say, hey, I did this thing because I wanted to.
I'll tell you this: this is never going to be the masses.
No. It's hard to do.
It's impossible.
Hard to do.
Because the systems were very strategically created.
We know.
And there's a large majority of people that have bought into it.
True.
It got passed down, and now their identity is that.
Yeah.
You talk about the foundations.
If you go and bring this up to someone that's not willing, like, they'll look at you like, you're insane, I'm
Like,
insane.
oh, you're one of those.
Exactly.
There you
And that's
go.
what they will
You're
label
like
you.
one of those external free mind type of
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean? Like,
They will.
you're one of those. And oh man,
They're going to
So-
say, "What is wrong with you? There's something wrong with you."
so I this was on a podcast that I recently listened to, and it was a pretty, like, this dude challenges people's concepts. He's an author. I can't remember his name at the time. He's written a couple books, and he was just like, he was asking his wife. He's like, why, I wonder why this, like, used to be couple friend of ours didn't, like, they stopped hanging out with us. Like, he intentionally was like, I want us to have couple friends that we can, like, grow and do life with.
Yeah.
And he was like, I really thought that they were going to be cool, and they just stopped hanging out with us. And him and his wife were like, and very intentional about wondering why they just stopped hanging out with them. And it's like, well, everything was cool. Like, we used to go on vacations and stuff, and now we just don't. Like, they don't want to be around.
Yeah.
And they came and asked them and said, hey, if you don't mind me asking, what was it, something that we did? Like, why did you just kind of drop off? What was it? Yeah. And they were very honest and said, you guys just made us uncomfortable. I'm like, made you uncomfortable? How? Why? Because you were challenging us to grow and just how you were living.
That's, you should, I
And
have to hear that.
We just knew we weren't trying to do that. And it made us, what you guys would say, how you guys would talk, and what you guys would talk about, and all those things, all of it culminated to, like,
Because you don't want to.
you are,
That's
they're
Veasy.
operating on a higher frequency. They're trying to do something different. We just don't want to do that.
Yes,
it makes
yes.
us uncomfortable to know that you are trying to do this,
If you're
and
bought
we
into
just
that-
want to do this down here.
And if they've
we're
bought into that
comfortable
for
with
the
it.
last 10 years of their lives, you can't blame them.
Yeah. Because that's
They
all
never
they
took
know.
it. They never took it personal, but they
Yeah.
got a very honest response. And
That's crazy.
what we were talking about, how people will label you as just, oh, you guys are just this free thinkers and da 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 da, are folks that say, hey, I have prescribed to this construct of myself, and this is just the place this is the boundary that I want to operate in. I don't want to think up here. I don't want to challenge the preconceived concepts and constructs that I've bought into that may be completely wrong and ill and broken, and are part of the reason why I'm living a life that's on this lower frequency. And just the fact that I'm around you kinds of people, I'm just going to apply this label to you so I can stick you in a box and say, this is how I'm going to treat you. I'm going to not listen to most of what you said. But if you talk about something that's, sports or something, something that, like, some filler, filter, whatever, small talk,
Listen,
I
run
can
from
do
people
that.
like that.
Wow.
Very intentionally, bro. Like, I don't waste my time. Dude, what you just said just blew my brain. It's crazy because, and this is my first time even hearing you talk like this. And I'm like kind of surprised a little bit, but I'm like,
That is real.
yeah, because I know the first conversation we had of me learning from him, and it makes sense. Because the thing is, in that moment, all I follow, Dr. Veasy, you know me, I need nothing in reciprocal
No.
in this life.
No.
You owe me nothing in this life. Like, absolutely nothing. You understand me?
Yeah.
You owe me absolutely nothing. Everything I do is because Christian chooses.
Exactly.
to do it.
Look at the ownership.
Because
Just
the
acknowledge the
peace-
ownership
Exactly.
in that alone.
Yeah. It's there.
How many people talk from that
They
place?
don't. They don't. Well, but I know.
She knows.
The ownership.
Yeah.
And people will say that that's like just some arrogance or whatever. Like,
No.
because it's foreign to them. It's so
They
foreign
don't
to
know
them
anything
that they.
about it.
But you can't like, and I'm learning how to do that more. I'm learning how to say, hey, I made this decision because I wanted to, and I will live and die with whatever the results come from this decision. But I feel
He's
like
a leader, natural born.
it's,
But the thing is, the world wants to diminish his leadership because of the world we live in is weak.
Oh, we know.
Don't let him. He's a leader, natural born.
Got to keep moving.
It's in his blood.
Keep moving.
You see what I'm saying? It is. So the thing is, it's not. Some people have it in them. Some people have to cultivate it. Everybody's not born with like, because I hear that in the books and all that. Oh, everybody is a leader. That's not true. Because being a leader to me is pursuing self-mastery and pursuing truth. But your truth, not some you try. Are they telling the truth? No, your truth. Look yourself in the mirror. Whatever it is that you think you did that was quote unquote bad based on the worldly constructs, no, you did that. Own it.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
Did it. Move
Don't be
on.
shy. Don't be embarrassed. You did it. I did. If that's a Christian did that, okay, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
So whatever the consequence is, it's part of my decision making process, right? Because I made a decision to do it. So why would I shy away from it? Why am I running away from my destiny?
It's because they don't know. People don't know them. People don't want others to know.
That's your destiny.
Yeah, but they don't want other people to know what they've done over here or done. But you've done it. You've done it.
What's the other people gonna do?
Nothing.
What's Max gonna do to me?
Nothing.
If Max know I did the whatever the worst
they'll
thing
think
is,
less of you. Or
okay,
so-
think it's in your mind. You're ruminating.
But guess what?
It's your illusion.
Exactly. But see, that is how some have grown up. They've been cultured that way in their life or whatever you want to call their upbringing. Some of them are like that.
Yeah,
They don't want to hear that.
yeah.
People think, oh, don't say that. They won't talk to you no more, or they'll think less of you, or do. But there's nothing wrong with telling the truth. I did this. Yeah, I did it.
Dr. Veasy, let me tell you right now, it's impossible for people to think less of you. Less of you.
Unless you,
It's impossible unless you allow it.
exactly, that's the word. Okay, you
It's
just
all
said.
happening in your mind.
That's what you said.
Because whatever action they're taking, they think.
But I'm going to tell you, not everybody has that strength. Not everybody has that up here to cultivate that in their mind because they are used to upbringings and how they were brought up, and they've got to get their self.
Question your beliefs.
Yes.
Unlearn.
No,
Yes.
no, you can't unlearn anything
Well,
because once you learn it, you have it. You have to relearn new strategies that from my
Override.
perspective overrides the old programming.
That's okay. Oh,
You can't- you can't-
reprogram
you can't,
yourself.
like-
Reprogram yourself.
From my perspective, at least, Doc.
Yeah,
It's override.
reprogram.
can't
It
unlearn.
is. It is.
Yeah,
You acknowledge it, you categorize it, and then you override it with
you new information.
new operating model,
Yeah.
operating system, operating model.
This IT guy, you know, yeah.
So you do it, but
Security.
help me.
He's not a therapist.
I know, but I'm just saying, the words sound great. It's wonderful.
It's not. It's easier said than done.
That's what I'm talking
That's what you're
about.
trying to say. It's easier said
That's
than
what
done.
I'm talking about. It is easier said than
I
done.
acknowledge that it does. I
It
acknowledge
is.
that it is.
And so people have to understand that. It's not built in a day. It's not happened in a day. You've got to work with yourself. You've got to want to.
Doc, but you know, life is an infinite game.
Exactly.
So play the infinite game.
Go ahead.
It's not, there's no end. Well, oh, now I have this figured out. Every
No.
day that I wake up, it's the new
another
work.
day. It's
I
a
have
new
to work
thing.
on this today.
Intentional decisions
Exactly.
daily.
Every single day.
I like that
So you never
intentional
figure it
decision.
out.
I like that intentional decision.
Listen, Dr.
I'ma be saying
Veasy,
next time
here's
the
something you
intentional
can
decision.
teach.
It is. I think there's just certain things that we have to sell ourselves daily, and
I'm gonna tell my
Remind
husband.
ourselves
Husband,
No,
are you listening?
Dr. Veasy,
Husband,
no.
intentional decisions.
Daily.
Daily.
Decisions.
I'm sorry,
daily.
husband.
That's the most
Daily, intentional
the most key
decisions.
portion of that is the daily part, because you can wake up one morning and have all the gusto and be like, I'm gonna remind myself of what I need to do today and how I want to live and X, Y, and Z.
None of it.
And that's one
I
day.
do. Listen, there's some days I wake up, I'm like, don't even talk to me. That's the honest truth.
I know.
Don't speak to me. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Just let me be by myself.
Okay.
That's it.
And how does that received?
Well,
Okay, you don't care. Okay. I
it's the
got it.
truth.
Certain luxuries, you know. That's
What do you mean luxuries?
luxury. Like,
No,
I mean,
it's not a luxury. It's
yes,
the
it is a
truth.
luxury. You know what I mean? You have a wife, you have 3 beautiful children.
Exactly.
You know, and
and
don't
you're
talk
gonna
to me.
tell them,
Like,
don't talk
there's
to
no,
You're gonna
there's
tell
no,
them, don't talk to
you
me.
might wake up with that, but guess what? Your reality is that you don't get those boundaries. You don't get to make those boundaries. When you made a decision to have a wife, when you made a decision to have kids, you don't get those
Okay,
boundaries.
woo.
Damn.
You want to have a certain, okay, like the days when I wake up and this is how it is.
It doesn't.
Yeah, you better wake up a little earlier.
Well, he knows he's not because it doesn't happen.
You better
Whatever I
wake up
say
a
in those
little
moments,
earlier so that you can have those hour,
Exactly.
2 hours where you're like, don't talk to me. I'm just with
have
me and my
peace.
thoughts.
Yeah.
I can write stuff
I can see-
down.
I can
I
see
can speak
Caleb
it to my
running in the room.
recorder.
I say
But
that.
best believe there's a shot clock that's going down, and before you know it, the kid gonna pop up. He wants some food. The wife's
How many
gonna
kids you
turn
have,
over.
Max?
I have 3,
See?
all girls.
Oh, girl.
All girls. I'm
Oh, Lord, I'm gonna
outnumbered.
pray for you.
Oh,
All
you're in
girls.
trouble. You're in trouble.
3-year-old, a
you.
19-month-old, and a 4-month-old.
You're in trouble.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, beautiful family.
Yeah, my
Wow, that's nice.
beautiful family. Where folks can look at you and be like,
Beautiful
you
wife,
got-
beautiful 3 daughters.
Good.
Phenomenal.
and I'm just like, they teach me patience. They teach me. I didn't even think I needed more patience. I thought I was like, look, I come into the relationship.
Yeah, because
with patience.
he's a cool, calm, and collected guy.
Right. That's always where I
Like,
come
you
from.
know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
all the
Mr.
time. Like
Mr.
this is Max
Kumbaya,
24/7,
just like,
365.
yeah.
Wow.
But sometimes you recognize, hey, you're being too cool for the room, or you're being inauthentic. You're not honoring the things that you're struggling with.
Awareness.
There's times when people say, hey, what about you? And I'm like, what's really going on with you? And I'm just like, there's a long pause because I'm just like,
What is really
I
going
take
on?
so much time to focus on what everybody else needs and how everyone's going to respond to
Oh
what I
my
do when I
gosh.
say that. I'm just like, how do you feel about what's going on right now?
Now,
I didn't make space for that. I didn't make room for that.
Do you really don't know, or you just don't want to bring it to light?
Tell yourself what you need to tell yourself
that's
to
what I'm
move
trying to say. That's what he's
forward,
doing.
and then
That's what he's
reality
doing.
is, you know,
There you go.
speak words to that. Put words
Oh
on
my
that
gosh.
because you need to release that.
Yes.
And then when I finally speak words to that, I'm like, wow, you really are disappointed with yourself about how things are going right now. You really are disappointed with the decisions that you
Wow.
made. Oh, now we've touched it. Now we've touched it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes time to get there. Sometimes it takes that push to get there. Hey, that person is going to keep asking that question. Keep asking that question. I'm not going to let you speed bump over that. Keep asking that question. You're going to give me an answer
until you break it
because
down.
you know what the answer is, but you're not acknowledging that's part of yourself.
Honesty with self.
Exactly.
Some of us can cultivate that, have done the work to cultivate that, and can speak from that place.
Yeah.
Others of us need that external push
Push.
until we have built up that internal engine to push ourselves.
And what if you just, it's all built.
Yeah, that's if it's letting it
So
out.
you leave it in. You leave it in. You leave it in. You leave it in. And then finally, that moment comes out and it just come on out. It just,
However, it comes
ooh,
out.
it just, however it come. And then people are looking at you like, ooh,
Who is this person?
what happened to her? I ain't heard that before. What's wrong with her? It's because it's all built up. It's all built up. And you're like,
You sweep that thing
I
under
let
the
it
rug
out.
so much that it turns into that thing you trip over, and now it's like, wait.
and now it's out.
I done tripped and bumped my knee. Now I'm reacting kind of crazy. People are like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Oh, because this thing been building up for a while.
Exactly.
And you just don't realize it because I haven't spoken on it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, right.
So I'm saying there are layers.
Mm-hmm.
There are layers that sometimes we take the time to deconstruct and peel back. and we're curious enough to do that. Then there's times when we're just like, I'm cool with this. I know where everything fits. All this is wrapped up in all these layers. I don't want to peel it back because I know that this is over here and that's over there, and it makes sense to me, and I'm okay with that. And there's folks you're gonna meet in life that are in one bucket or another, or anywhere in between. They're like, hey, I'm cool with the way things are. This person is just a free thinker. I'm not gonna really worry too much about what they say. Ignore them. And then there's folks that like, I want to do the work, but I don't know how. Tell me a little bit about it. I can peel back a couple layers, but then there's a stopping point where I'm like, this is a little too much.
I'll tell you right now.
You're going to meet all those types of people, but do you have the patience to continue to deal with, conversate with, make sense of?
No.
Do you have
I
the
don't
patience to
converse- I
deal
don't
with those
converse
people?
with them.
No.
The thing is, there's people that I'm around for a fact, based on what you illustrated, and I know there's a close people around her. It's like that's Veasy a special human being. She thinks the way that I think, similar, not exactly the same way, but the people you spend the most time with have an impact on your subconscious that penetrates your conscious mind. The thing is, once you realize that, that's why I said like earlier, I have no friends. That's very
He
intentional.
said that, and I
Yes,
recognize that.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but when I told him immediately was, hey, that adds a different layer of, actually, no, I have a different layer of gratitude for the time that we've spent exchanging ideas. Because he said that. Because I'm like, a person that says I have no friends is very guarded about who they share their energy with.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And the fact that, an hour and a half of that person's time is valuable. So I'm saying, hey, like
I didn't charge you the $75,000 that I usually charge.
I have a different layer of gratitude about this conversation simply because you've allowed space and made room for this.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So see,
Thank you. Thank you.
not everybody would do that,
It's true.
and not everybody would allow that
Yeah.
to happen.
Max is special, man. He's different.
Serious.
Like he's pursuing truth. And that's it. Self-mastery and truth. Everything else will fall in place.
It's
Because
deep.
people are not going to influence, because people are going to try.
They will.
It's never going to stop
Exactly.
till you die.
Yeah.
So
There.
are you okay with that?
No.
To keep pursuing truth?
Oh, I will. I mean, I will. But I'm going to tell you something. I will pursue, but I'm human, and I'll probably jump back too. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
because you know what? You're just like, what? Where am I?
And I honor and applaud folks that absolutely recognize
She does. Yeah.
the humanistic aspect of
It's
it,
there.
right?
It's
That
coming
has
in.
to.
every day isn't going to be just
It's
this.
not.
You know what I mean? That's not
Exactly.
real.
It's not.
That's not real.
I can't
The
live
folks
in
that say I went through a season where I just believed in God, and then the days when when I felt weak, I just said, "Lord, help
Max,
me," and
right now.
I just grew my faith.
The most successful
The
person
reality
you
is
know.
that you said I'm about to go back to doing this old thing because I knew
Okay.
that this thing worked, and the reality is that there was tension between those two things.
That's right.
That's human.
That's
That's
easy.
human.
Nobody goes through, I was going to say 3 days, but 5 days consistently of, oh, everything's working out well. No, not one human being. The thing is, you're never going to know that. You're never going to be exposed to that. Nobody does. Right? And the thing is, reframing is so powerful. Someone that's quote unquote on the journey, oh, I just had 21 days. It's bullshit. Excuse my French. Tony, bleep that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible to go through 21 days of your life and never have dissonance.
Oh, please.
What are you, an alien? What are you, an AI
I don't believe
robot?
I don't believe any of that.
Yeah, so I still have it
Hot button word.
every day. I wake up, I tap in with God, I tap with the God in me, because it's all internal. Because God, there's no puppet in the sky that's operating. Like you have to take action, right? So he'll talk to you, you talk to him, whatever, and you have to act on his instructions, right?
Whatever he tells you to do, if that's
So I talk to him, type in, and then some days I'm like, I really don't want to communicate with this person because there's something. It's just the honest
I
truth.
don't know, but it's true.
The human
Yeah.
aspect.
I have to be honest with myself. That's the only way I get to this space is if I'm honest with myself. Because if I'm not, then the old version of Christian that wanted everybody else to be happy before him comes out.
Oh no.
So remember, you can't unlearn you relearn.
Yeah. Key word.
Override.
Oh yes, override.
Override.
Okay, when I see you, I'm override.
That means what do you mean? What is she mean?
Look, she's just throwing it out there. She's like, I'm
Because she that they gave me information, so you're repeating old programming. Let it go, Doc. We're here now. The thing is, people don't understand. Like Dr. Veasy and I getting to this point with Full Circle Chat
Yeah,
has been a journey.
it has.
And the thing is, I love her because I knew the entire time that she was on the path with me. But you can't control external factors.
That's true.
From my perspective, from her perspective, right? We have influence.
truly
We're both married, right?
already built an influence right there.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to be able to navigate the complexities of other people's opinions over what God has put in us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's it. So you have to be very, very, very strategic and clear with yourself. We went through that. We navigated it. I never gave up, and she never gave up.
So the beauty, the one, I want to take the time to say thank you both, right? For this conversation and what things were unlocked in this conversation that I hope helped people, hope made people more mindful than they were before, right? And I want to say that like the fact that two hosts that have walked this walk and aren't just speaking it, right, can speak from a place of experience. It reminds me that the point of this pod is to unlock other people's journeys, to be able to comfortably, not even comfortably, because you can't grow in comfort. So that are courageous enough to uncomfortably walk down this path, challenging all of the constructs that are always externally attacking us and wanting us to get comfortable daily there.
Moment to moment.
To head towards a place of truth and freedom, right? Having two hosts on a podcast that unlock these gems and make them more palatable, make them more recognizable to folks is very important. And I just want to just say, gratitude thank you for bringing me on to be able to do that.
Thank you for coming to help us unlock things. Because I'm telling you, people don't know until they hear. And then what did they say?
Lean
I
in.
hear that
You see
right?
that? You see that? The lean in.
Okay, did I hear that right?
It's taking that curiosity and
I'm
pointing
serious.
it towards that thing that they just
Serious?
would just let happen. Knee jerk.
She's very
Lean in.
Yeah.
When you have more people listening and leaning in, you have change right there on a small level.
Matches
that
awareness
can
is
grow.
out of this world.
Just lean in. That's all we're asking, folks. Just lean in. Open ears, open mind,
that's-
lean in.
Okay, we got it. Next time we lead in.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc.
I love it.
I told you, like, listen. So from my perspective, like, first and foremost, thank you for taking the time, because your time is invaluable. You can put a price on it, right? So you being here is priceless. Dr. Veasy, of course, you being here is priceless. So nobody can put a price on your time and your presence. So we thank you for coming on Full Circle Chat and sharing your knowledge with the people. And I know, like, this podcast right here is
It's one
different.
of a kind.
It's different because, like, I think, like, you and I, Dr. Veasy, have been through so much. What, we haven't been, this is like not even a year yet
I know. But
of doing a podcast.
been there.
We've been through it, and we never disrespected each other. We never spoke badly about each other.
Can't do it.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just the most amicable disagreement I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to agree on everything.
Of course.
But the thing is, it's like with grace, with respect. So I admire you. I respect you from me from the core of who I am as a human being. Because I've been through the toughest times, and you stood right there.
I've been through tough ones too. You didn't know about them, but I've been there. You've been there. You see, you never know. And that's what people don't understand. Everybody out here is going through some things. And that was the whole purpose of Full Circle Chat. Because we don't know what everybody's going through. But if there's something that is said or heard to make you think in another capacity about, well, what about this? What about that?
Lean in.
Lean in is right. When you leaning in, that means you're listening. So that's what we're hoping, that they're listening out there. To what?
Full Circle Chat.
There you go.
Thank you, Maxwell,
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Thank you for having
Maxwell
me.
Brown
Thank
in
you
the
for having
building.
me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure, man. Like you just you've stretched us, so we appreciate it.
With grace. With grace.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Grace.
Till next time, Doc. On
Where?
Full Circle Chat. She always defaults it to me. Full Circle Chat.
Lean in, people. Lean in.
Lean in, everybody lean in.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Full Circle Chat. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. Remember, you can catch us every episode on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to leave us a review. It helps others find the podcast and join the conversation. For updates and behind-the-scenes content, be sure to follow us on Instagram. See you next time. And remember, keep the conversation going.